Jeez.
Because you're a fool.
We are live.
We are live. We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, bro. You mad?
Oh man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer! Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
And I'm Revenue GS.
Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
And welcome to, what do we call it? The New Mutants movie review. Guys, if you haven't already, I don't know if you don't know why. I know you're here, but you haven't subscribed to the button. So just press the button and thanking you. Unlike this movie. Any spoilers you want to drop? Oh yeah, spoilers. Well, before, yeah, spoilers. Spoilers. Being warned.
This is going to be a very interesting review.
Now, before you get to that, obviously, at the start of most movie reviews, I spoil it by telling you who died during this. I'm going to tell you who died during this movie. My soul. Because this movie is trash, bruv. Listen, I can't even wait to do it. I don't even want to break it down. This movie's garbage, fam. This movie don't even make sense, bruv. The characters don't even know what they're doing for themselves, bruv. The editing of the movie, I want to say, is probably one of the best things, yeah? Because it tries to save two movies that don't know what the hell they are individually. In fact, you know what, yeah? It looks like there was one movie that maybe knew what it was. And there was another movie that definitely didn't know what it was. Tried to splice both of these things together, and it just looked dumb as hell, bro. Like, the scenes don't even make sense. Like, I'm walking through the door, like, everything's like this, and then everything's a whole different way. Then you're like, well, I thought they did this 5 minutes ago, but then you're saying that they didn't do this. Well, they did in the other movie and the other timeline, but that got cut off, so it don't make sense here, bro. Like, it was mad. It was mad. You know what, yeah? Fantastic Four stick here, that movie's trash. That movie's trash. Suffers from same issues as this. Okay. But, yeah, one thing they did do in that is, like, it just kind of, it still, like, very badly stayed consistent with the dumbness. This jumps from dumbness to dumbness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we'll do dumbness. Like, if someone came out, if they made a second movie, yeah, they could legitly introduce a new villain who dealt with, like, parallel worlds to explain how garbage this movie was. And that would make sense. Because this is ridiculous, bruv. It makes sense to me why Maisie Williams was like talking crud in all the interviews now. Because if she probably saw it and was like, like, I just came off Game of Thrones and it's what you man are doing to me, fam. Nah, fam.
I think that's probably one of the most interesting things to say or to discuss in this review.
What?
Her take. Maisie Williams' take on the movie, because imagine us. Well, I tapped out 20 minutes in. So I'm, my first 20 minutes, I'm like...
Sorry. When you say tapped out, can you just explain to them what that means, bro?
I fell asleep. Gone. And so my first 20 minutes, I'm like, guys, just turn off this thing. It's just not making sense. Like, it's pointless. Like, you got better things to do. So imagine what her and the rest of the cast, well, at least hers, because she was quite verbal about it. Like, you go through the thing. Before you shoot, you get the script, right? You sit down, you do the reading, the team. And now you shoot. And then all these things happen. So how would they live in their life? Like, how would they wake up knowing they're going to the set and deal with this for God knows how many months, then to run that thing back and go through the same thing, but it's not the same thing, but it's the same thing, maybe even worse?
You know when I said at the beginning that my soul died, is what died during this movie, is there's probably a couple man's careers that you know
Yeah.
what that didn't didn't go in the direction they wanted because of this movie as well, fam, bro. Because it's just bad, bro. It's just bad. Like, you know what? Yeah, you know, like the movie starts with a quote or a voiceover.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, right, that's kind of interesting, fam. You know them quotes and voiceovers at the beginning of movies? Do you know when they become interesting? When the movie's good. When the movie actually portrays some sort of story or wild allegory that makes that have some sort of knowledge or something.
Wait.
That doesn't happen in this.
Where's he going with this?
What do you mean? How did you not know where I was going? It doesn't
I was
happen
like-
in this.
I was
It
like,
don't happen.
yeah.
Like, the thing they're talking about at the beginning don't happen at all. And I was just like, well, this was probably one of the easiest parts to chop off the movie out. Like, you should have just started the movie with the dad running through the woods, getting chased by the crazy bit. Like,
Even from the get-go, like, the movie was just mad obvious. Like, you just, everything they kind of make you feel like, oh, what's the mystery behind this? Or what's the horrors behind that? It was so on the nose all the time. Like, you knew that it was Danielle, wait a minute, Moonstar that was behind the attack on her thing. You kind of knew that it was the doctor that was keeping him in eventually. And even when her powers were revealed, everyone was like, well, obviously, I'm guessing the other patients knew what she can do. But, like, Danielle just being there for the first time, asked no questions. Like, oh, yeah, she's got powers as well. All right, cool. That's all right. Yeah, I'll just stay here.
so
No problem.
you're taking it too deep and actually, like, trying to put logic and break down and tell them what they've
have
done
to,
wrong.
bro.
It's all wrong.
I have
the thing
to.
is, yeah, when you take, like, regular tropes, yeah, like
Yeah.
the trope of, oh, there's something that's destroyed everything. Oh, you're the lone survivor, yeah? You're the lone survivor. And we don't know what's killed everyone, yeah? They're telling you it's a tornado. Well, we already seen it weren't a tornado. Like, we already know that.
So you called her stupid?
Yeah, like, we know it's not a tornado, but you're telling us it's a tornado, but we already saw it's not a tornado. This is the first 10 minutes of the movie. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like who are you trying to fool? You're trying to fool her, but, like, in fooling her, that doesn't help because we already know the truth. Like, do you see that? It doesn't make, like, bruv, like, I could have helped, like, I could have saved all of this, bruv. Like, me, Joe, I could, like, bruv, because that thing's dumb to begin with. The doctor thing is even worse for me because you always know, yeah, in scenarios where there's people trapped somewhere and there's that one person who's been there trying to help them, it's that person. It's always that person. So in 2020, or in fact, let me say 2018, yeah, because obviously you started production 50 years ago, yeah, it's only coming out now. That was true then. We knew that. It would have been better, yeah, if instead of it being her, or even if it is her, she's got them trapped because she's trapped. And the only way for her to get out is for her to, like, manipulate other people to doing her job for her so she can leave. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you see where that works? Do you see the logic I'm coming with? Like, how do you not do that? And then at the end, there's a big scary bear killing everyone, much like at the beginning of the movie. And we're like, oh, I wonder how this is going to end. Well, obviously, she's going to magically be able to just control her powers at this point and then turn everything around. And what happens? Oh, she becomes able to control her powers and she turns everything around over some weird, forced manufactured love affair she has with Maisie Williams' character that doesn't make no sense to begin with.
Even that as well, like the first introduction. So obviously we see the dream nightmare kind of thing happen. She wakes up and we see Maisie in the vent
Tower.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
bro,
in
how
the
creepy
thing.
is that? Who dates that person?
Yeah,
Who dates the person you know was stalking you before?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, firstly, she's stalking you before the relationship's even started, yeah?
Oh yeah, because she was the dog, innit?
Fam!
But
Fam!
that's what's so funny about that. Because
Go on, Sam. Go on.
because they make you feel like it was her that was creating the dreams. Like she'll go into someone's room, make you feel like she's incepting people's dreams.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you see this dog running around. You're like, wait, that can only be one other person. Well, it must be Maisie then.
That should have been the villain.
Yeah,
But do you want to touch on the domestic abuse? That thingy, yeah? So
So Magic was.
No, not
Oh.
magic, not even magic, bro. Hey, peep this. So Daniela Moonstar, yeah. All right, she comes into this place. She's getting stalked by the other girl, Maisie. Yeah. Then it's like what? Third act of the movie, she goes crazy and brands
Oh.
Danielle Moonstar brands brands her girlfriend at this point, we're going to say. Brands her. The next scene, Maisie Williams, I love you. Like, bruv, what, hey. Now, let me just, listen. If that was a dude, it's over. For the director, the studio, like, it's over, bruv. It's over, fam. She brands her, fam. Like, it's mad, bruv. It's mad to me.
And even then, like, Magic and Danielle's whole thing already, from the get-go, she hated her. Hated her. She's like, it's going to end her at one point. Doctor had to intervene. Like, even that point was like, that's the dumbest scene as well, where we introduce the powers from the Doctor. And then all of a sudden, because she showed her past, now she's mad scared of her. It's like, oh yeah, like, now I'm going to tell you my history. Now we're good friends, you know.
Magic, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Magic.
Who's moving to
Like,
everybody.
Do they even know who she is, fam?
Clearly not.
Do you know what, yeah? They clearly did, yeah? But then someone, I don't know, listen, I just don't understand what happened for them to be like, nah, we've got to reshoot all of this, bruv. Because the first, there's any scene where Magic actually taps into her powers, it's like the best thing that happens in the movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when her arm turns gold, the sword comes out, you're like, oh yeah.
That was the best thing about this
Legitly
movie.
the best. Like those it's like a 2-second scene 3 times. Yeah? You're like, oh, that's gangster. But everything else about it is tarnished, bruv. And it's like, bruh,
Question, is it her or is it Ileana that's Thing's sister?
it's her, Ileana. The Magic is Ileana.
Right.
Yeah.
Thing's sister, right?
Yeah, Colossus.
Colossus,
Yeah.
right? So, my question is, right, so her Russian accent
Oh, allow it.
goes,
Oh,
goes,
God.
it was alright, it was alright, it was alright. It was alright at the beginning. At the beginning it was alright, right? And then
it was alright.
And then he goes into English in one scene. But then he goes, yeah, I'm trying my Russian again. And my question is, yeah, why don't you just go to Russia and hire or wherever a Russian actress?
Listen, let me get deeper than that, bro.
Why can't we just do that?
Let me get bruv. You don't have to go to Russia for that, bruv.
I'm pretty sure there's
bare
like in
Russian
America.
Americans, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There. Like, bruv.
Um,
You just go on Google these. You don't go on Google. You just go on
I'm
somewhere.
pretty sure there's a
There's something. There's a
directory
hey,
where, you know,
we're looking for a
language.
5'10", blonde. Don't even need to be blonde. We can fix that if you need it.
You
Do you know
know?
what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. Russian descent or Russian ancestry,
You can
and
speak,
yeah,
you
and
gotta
I'm saying,
speak,
and you speak Russian. Do you know what I'm saying? Because do you know what would have been gangster? Yeah, is when Magic gets angry and shouts, she just shouts in Russian. Because that's what people who are bilingual do sometimes. Or they're talking English and then the Russian word comes out because it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just tapped back into your... Like, bruv, like come on!
Yeah, and she can teleport, so I don't know why
Oh.
majority of the scene she's running.
Bruv, imagine, yeah? The doctor's like, be good or I'll lock you in isolation.
Stop.
Okay. Lock me up.
So then it cuts to her getting thrown into isolation, yeah? Do you know what
Yeah.
the maddest part about it is like, yo, well, you can teleport, babes.
Even before that, it's like, how are you manhandling
Yeah,
Magic?
so clearly, besides Moonstar, in fact, no, including...
Moonstar
including
ran at her and she teleported.
bruv, including Moonstar, bruv, Magic is the strongest character here, fam. Bruv, the Doctor had actual no physical powers, like physical hands-on powers, bruv. So how do you do in that, bruv? And then another scene, after she's manhandled her and thrown her into the prison, there's a different scene where they have to sedate her, Magic, to get her to do anything. What? This is what I'm saying, this thing is garbage, bruv.
All over the gaff. And even constantly, the doctor's like, stay where you are. Like, I'm going to go sort it out. They follow her anyway, so she has no authority in her own place. Constantly, do this, do that, there's consequences. They already know there are no consequences because, like, what can you really do? That's why I was surprised that she got chucked into the cell in the first place. It's like, you can't do nothing.
This whole thing's a drama. Sunspot's garbage. I mean, like, he's wasted. He's wasted in this whole thing, fam. Because it's like, he plugs into his powers, but he's just moist, bruv. They just make him typical, I've got rich parents, I could do whatever I want in my life, I can't beat things because I get too hot. Like, it just, no dimensions to him. Charlie Heaton's character, it was alright. What's his, Cannibal. I thought his story was alright, but like they just
Didn't even dive into it.
Yeah, they focused on everyone else.
And he was obvious as well once he went into like his dream, and then suddenly the dad's knocking the blood. I was like, you clearly killed everyone there.
We all knew what happened to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just mad obvious. But what I don't like is about this character is that everyone had an accent, apart from the people who seem like wouldn't have accents.
I swear everyone had an accent.
No, like Sunspot didn't have.
Sunspot didn't have the Brazilian Portuguese accent for sure.
Yeah, and they said he was South American.
He's from Brazil.
Well, there you go. And then he was
And
like,
I know you've heard Brazilian MMA fighters speak, so you know what them brothers sounds like.
so I was like, yeah, you say that he's from this part of the world. Yeah, he's the most American person there. I'm pretty sure Daniel's dad was like had an accent. Yeah, she's speaking the most American there as well. I was like, but then you got you would call it the other like Maisie's speaking like some kind of English.
She's supposed to be like
Welsh, Scottish.
She's supposed to be
it was Irish.
Well,
She's supposed to be
there you go.
Oh, that shit
Someone
was
from
bad.
the UK. That was terrible. You got Magic trying to speak somewhere Eastern European, and you
The
got Sam
language
trying
barrier
to.
was a peak in this
Bro,
movie, wasn't it?
yeah. I was like,
Come to
you're
think
trying
about it.
so hard, but then other people that should be also having accents, you let them off. I was like, what?
The only question I have is, why didn't you just dead this whole project?
Nah, we need a tax write-off. So no, it's the truth, bro. That's what they do. Is need a tax write-off, so it makes
Oh my
sense.
God.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to put the movie out, but my thinking is, if you was gonna do it like this, you should have put out the original movie instead.
And
But
then-
maybe that's why they did the reshoots, because they needed to spend more P. Do you know what I'm saying? But then I would still think like you could have got a better movie. Like this thing.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just a sole believer that if when you're doing something, you just gotta be the best at it, bruv. Like, it don't matter if it's yours. Like,
I'm
as
with you.
As soon as you stamp your name on it and you've decided to take on this project, because this, I'm pretty sure it started with one company, then in
well,
transition.
Fox is done now, isn't it?
So, I mean, it's just bad, man. Because, I mean, the only character I really care I'm into would be Magic, Ileana, because I read her. That's the only one I've read really. Because the other ones, I was quite confused with Sunspot's name, because there's another character also with a similar name as well, which he does the Golden Balls and stuff like that, which was used in House of M and stuff like that. But nah, man, just nah, man.
I want to address our subscribers right now, because I know you guys are going to be here and be like, why are you guys doing the review if you're feeling all negative? Firstly, shut up. Secondly, the thing is, yeah, because we watched the movie, there is an obligation to review the thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's bad. And I'm just going to say, yeah, if you've not watched it and you're watching this review, don't watch it. Because this, for me, I feel was bad. The worst thing about this is the last Fox X-Men movie that man saw, bro.
So in a way, you kind of had to document the whole thing.
No, in a way that now I'm like, nah. If I never watched this, like, it would have been Logan, would have been the end. It's a good way to go out, fam. But now, this happened.
Yeah, and we can't always give you guys happy stuff, man, in the channel, man. You guys get spoiled it too much, so every now and again you get slapped up with something.
Yeah, this thing's trash, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bad.
thing's
It's
trash.
pretty bad. It's
This
pretty
shit.
bad.
Nothing.
Got some good sleep out of it though. But,
Horror slash fantasy, bruv. Just
Horror though.
this is what it says. Just knock the horror thing off. This whole thing is a fantasy, bruv. They should have just had Danielle wake up at the end and be like, "Oh, it was a dream." That would have been the best thing happened,
Yeah.
brother. That would have been the best thing happened, especially if that was the day that the bear came and destroyed the whole village.
And everybody everything was destroyed. So then now it starts from there.
Even that's what I mean. That would have been way better.
Like the
Because
whole movie was a
that.
beginning
And
of a beginning of something.
Yeah.
Yes, like, bro, like, do you sit? How did they not, like, bruv? Like, come on, listen.
Like, they try to attack on them. They ain't trying to make a sequel though. Like, oh, the force was gone. Magically, we killed the person who killed it. Now we can get out of here.
The fact that the force field was destroyed, and at the end they were still trying to figure out if it was still there.
Bruv!
Because that just proves the Doctor never had powers, bro.
Yeah.
That proves the Doctor in the first cut of the movie never had powers.
Like, it blows my mind.